Hey, Bob Gardner here from thebraidedwarrior.com. It's time for Warrior Wednesday, and today we've been talking about what it means to be a man, what you're going to do as far as being a man with your family, how you use your voice, and some other things. Today, I want to talk about your emotions, and I know even though there's open language about men having emotion these days, one of the things that seems to happen is that even though we talk about it, men don't actually experience a wide range of emotions. You know, we know when we feel mad, but then we like shut it down because we know we're not supposed to. And we know when we feel sad, but we sort of shut that down because we know like that doesn't get us anywhere. And so we end up in this really, really locked down range of emotion that we live in the rest of our life. And what that does is it limits the amount of actual joy we can feel because we still got these other things bottled up inside of us taking up space. And what I had an experience with recently and several months ago was I encountered a few men who had been in military training. Military training that taught them certain modes that they had to be in. They had to be able to take criticism and be okay. So they knew how to shut everything down and just function. And they had to be able to also be bold and in people's faces. And so they had these two modes. We were doing particular training about how to open up your capacity to express and feel, and they couldn't access it. They couldn't access goofy, they couldn't access weird and lurpy, they couldn't access sad, they couldn't access that level of emotion. So I want to give you a couple of tips. You can do this on your own in your bedroom if you want, some of these, or you can go and find some way to do it either with a family member or with somebody who you trust. You don't have to go out and just bawl in public or get mad in public or anything like that. Okay, so a couple of the tips that across the board tend to be really good in general are to listen to music and to get into the mood and the feeling of the music, especially if it's a sad song and maybe it brings you to tears. It doesn't always work for me, but sometimes it does. Go watch a movie, one of those movies that gets you up and at 'em and excited or also moves you to tears. That works as well. But even those things didn't seem to work for a lot of these men who had been trained not to feel because it was not productive for them. Didn't help them do their job. And so what I found was that I needed to find a way to bring me to an edge of fear, of pain, of something that forced the emotion up. And I do a lot of stuff with physical practice, okay, martial arts practice or physical massage type practice or other things like that. And so I find things in there. And let me tell you what has happened to me. Maybe there's a man who has trouble feeling all of the stuff that he sort of repressed from his childhood about being not good enough in the family or something like that. There's nothing like being slapped in the face to bring all that stuff out when you're in a powerless position. Okay, a slap in the face can do it. Putting pressure on your insides, like on your belly or something from a ball or something like that, can do it. But what it does, all you're looking to do is start to put pressure in uncomfortable spots in your body and see what emotions start to come up. And I promise you, if you're putting real pressure on it, they will come up. Just lean over a chair or a couch for a little bit and just see what starts to happen inside of you for a while. Those are some options to start to bring these things to the surface that have been stuffed way on the inside. Because the last thing I want you to do is go through your life so stuffed full of emotions that you've repressed that you cannot experience and enjoy what is happening right here, right now. All you get is a baby lick of it, while other people get the full experience. And you deserve better than that. Everybody does. And the key is to release the emotions that come through you instead of bottling them up. Find a healthy way to release them. And there's more that I could tell you. Powerful. More ways that I could tell you. But go do something. Oh, the last tip, and this is one that's easy. Just get out a piece of paper. Give yourself permission to have zero filters on what comes out. Write it all out. Then tear it up, destroy it, whatever you need to do to make sure that it's gone from you. You could burn it in the backyard on the charcoal fire. Either one works. But the key is get the emotions up and out so that you can experience life more fully.